All right, we're live.
Damn it.
Yeah, this is Chatterbox number 76, Tampons for the Blood God, with Taste Aqua and Skittles McStabby Pants here.
Yeah.
I wanted to start off with that video you had me watch, the Sharon Strong, I think it is.
Sharon Strong? Yeah, Karen Strong.
Oh, Karen Strong, okay. I just watched the video this morning and I can't remember her fucking name.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. That's a good start.
Yeah. I think Sharon Strong is a character from Adventure Time. Oh no, it's Susan Strong. Never mind.
Man, who knows what sort of fucking names are floating around in my head, man. I don't even know. But man, she hit the nail right on the head with all that blood sport stuff. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, she did some research, dude. She obviously fucking I thought she did a great job of showing how Medicare has kind of become that which she used to hate.
Yeah, exactly. Like all this shit that he used to talk about is ridiculous and stupid, and now he is exactly that.
Yeah.
Man.
That's what I'm saying. She fucking found those old clips of him, and they're like, dude, this is the shit he was rallying against back then. Is again exactly what he's become.
Well, and I like the weird little fucking stuff from Sargon of Akkad, because I thought he was hitting some pretty good shots there on his live stream when people were asking about that nonsense.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I was like, oh, he's sending some pretty fucking big shots there, and they're pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And then fucking Borsky and his fucking trademarking liberalism or liberalist or something like that.
Oh yeah.
That shit is so fucking dumb.
Yeah. That's
you
a lot
clearly
of money.
Don't have the rights to it. You can't possibly legally own the trademark.
Yeah. That's a lot of money to throw away for fucking something stupid.
Well, at best, they're going to turn you down. They're going to turn you down and say it's too broad of a thing. You can't own the trademark for this. At worst, they're going to say you're committing an act of fraud.
Yeah.
Like he's blatantly committing an act of fraud. He's like, that's so dumb.
Yeah,
like, I don't think he's going to get in trouble. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, most likely not. They're most likely just going to turn him down and say, hey, don't do anything like this again.
Yeah, well, the most likely it'll just be that's too broad of a term. But, like, legitimately, like, whoever, actually did coin the phrase could potentially cause him a lot of problems,
right,
legally and financially, because he knows he doesn't have the right to it. He knows he didn't create it.
Yeah. It seems like he could have achieved essentially the same effect by just saying he was going to. You know what I mean? Like making the comment of, hey, I'm going to be applying for the trademark for liberalists.
Yeah.
Or even saying you did, and then later on saying, just kidding.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what he did. If he did that, then that's hey, whatever, that's funny. But, well, not funny, it's still stupid. But, at least you're not, blatantly committing fraud.
Yeah, it would be the smart way to do something stupid.
Of the two, potentially really dumb fucking ways.
If he actually spent thousands of dollars, or what was it, over $1,000 to file
like $1,300, $1,500. I've heard conflicting. Those are the two numbers I hear the most.
I really hope he didn't do that.
I'm not going to go back and watch however many streams it is to find the one stream where he did it on stream. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
That's way too much fucking time to fucking commit to like making fun of somebody for being a dummy.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, I hope for his sake it was somehow fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because it's just it's so stupid.
Yeah, he is dumb enough to do that though. So
no, we know that. Yeah, sadly, we are all aware. I think that of all the people in this group, he'd probably be dumb enough to do it. I think Tom could probably be stupid enough to do it.
Yeah,
if
maybe.
If Matoker was like, "Hey, you should do this," he'd be like, all right."
Yeah, do you know is that how it went down? Did Medicare talk him into it, or did Andy come up with this shit on his own?
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch the stream. I'm pretty sure Andy just came up with it on his own.
Yeah. Although again, wouldn't be surprised if Medicare somehow goaded him into it.
Oh, behind the scenes, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll never really know.
Because they seem to work really well on Andy. Medicare's Jedi mind tricks.
Well, and I don't, and it's interesting. Karen Strong, so did I get that right this time?
It's Strong. It ends. It's like S-T-R-A-U-G-H-A-N. It's a weird spelling, dude. Yeah.
Karen Strong. So KS. Because I apparently can't remember a fucking name for 5 seconds.
It's like the word strong. You just leave the G off of it.
Yeah, Karen Strong.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. She actually totally agrees with the Matoker is using everybody kind of thing.
Yeah.
You talk about, and then I'm like, maybe not. Like, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but no, that's definitely looking to be more and more the case because.
Yeah, no, it seems pretty obvious to me. Like he's just fucking playing him like a fucking fiddle, marionette, whatever reference you want to use.
Yeah, whatever, exactly. I don't know, man. That's a trip. Yeah, I'm waiting to see that all sort of explode because, like, sooner or later, like, and one thing I think that a lot of people have said, that absolutely is true, is that eventually they'll begin to eat themselves.
Right.
Like, it's definitely going to come down to a point where it's just there's nobody else left to go after who's willing to waste their time on that shit.
Yeah, they're gonna have to start infighting.
Yeah, in order to keep the ratings up.
Yeah, like I'd imagine them going like through people like Geek Thulu and Sinatra Says, like going up against them
first. Yeah,
like those guys are gonna get sacrificed. Those guys are gonna get fucking torn apart when they can't find anybody else, and then eventually they'll turn on each other. I would imagine.
What is it? Sinatra Says had this big fucking whiny complaint on Twitter about his stuff getting blocked, so he made a new channel or something to stream. People keep reporting it, and I'm like, probably because you keep streaming other people's stuff.
Yeah, he fucking plays stuff from Fox News. He plays Tucker Carlson shit all the time. He fucking
Well, I mean, he even streams other YouTubers' streams though.
Oh, that's right. Like
he was on a Red Bear stream and was streaming that without any permission or without even saying, like, don't even ask for permission. Just say, hey, I'm also streaming. Or something like that. But like, fucking at least give people a heads up. That was really fucking inappropriate.
Yeah, and that's the Irate Bear one that I saw, right, or that I referred you to.
Yeah, and
he's done that.
If he's doing it there, he's definitely doing it other times. That's not the first time.
All right.
Well, no, because Irate Bear was like, "You're doing it again." So I was like, "Oh, okay, that's definitely not the first time."
Yeah. Like I said, I followed Sinatra Says for about like a few weeks, man. He seemed all right, but I think it was more of kind of the same reason I would follow Tonka was my hatred of Zephanorian more than anything.
Oh yeah, when they were going after like Zeph and them, it seemed like they were like the better group.
Yeah,
kind of thing. I always just kind of felt like it was so dumb,
right,
to waste so much time on those people.
They kept doing it, dude. It was funny. Oh man.
There was some silly shit that happened. Like there were some very amusing and entertaining things that came out of it.
Right.
But at the same time, like I always kind of felt that really, if everybody just ignored them, that would have been the best.
Dude, I would comment that shit to him all the time. I'm like, Zephanorian just wants to be talked about. He just wants to be relevant on any level he can, right? Like you guys reacting to him is like he doesn't care if it's good or bad. He just wants attention. And you guys are doing it. You keep doing it and doing it. Like, but like I said, they never seem to listen.
Well, if it's not their idea, it's not right.
Yeah, indeed. Man.
But that was interesting for like all of like a second or two until like the second time it happened to me. Like, oh, okay, that's silly, weird shit going on. Well, that only happened. Nope, that's going to go on forever, apparently. All right, we're done.
Jesus. But yeah, going back to that, Karen did I thought an amazing job on that video. There's only a couple of things I had kind of took issue with was mentioning the hipster welfare thing or whatever, his Patreon a lot. What was the other one? There's something else that she kept mentioning. Fuck, I forget. But it was kind of minor compared to how great the rest of the fucking video was.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Like, didn't she have a Patreon of her own? I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, really, anybody who's on YouTube who's not, as far left as fucking Hitler isn't getting any money. I mean, it's just like fucking... You're not so left-wing that you're burning books to fucking keep bad thought out of your head.
Yeah.
You're not getting any fucking advertising money, which, by the way, might be coming to a fucking real big end.
Right.
There's some people suing Twitter for the freedom of speech stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I know you don't like the guy. I'm trying to remember his name. The senator who was...
McCain?
No, not McCain, but the one who was running against Trump.
Yeah. Ted Cruz?
Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz was up in front of Congress talking, and he's like, I guess he's referring to the social media companies, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and saying, you can't have it both ways. You're either providing a large social, a large open social platform, and you get all the protections and rights thereof that you've been claiming, in which case all of your censorship of people based on political agenda is completely illegal.
Right.
Or you're a private company and you don't get those protections. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You sounded pretty fucking serious. Like, this shit's going to be done.
Yeah, it is kind of idiotic of those guys. Like, okay, so there's a Republican in the White House, the Senate and House are majority Republican, and you still want to push far left bullshit?
Well, and to the extent where you're, essentially just censoring people based on their political beliefs.
Yeah, it would be different if they were censoring all political opinions. That would be bullshit, but at least it would be fair. And it would also be
acceptable if they were just promoting left-wing channels only. Like, they weren't promoting the right-wing channels, but they were promoting the left-wing. But openly closing, blocking, harassing, removing them from the metrics, all of that shit is illegal.
Yeah,
and that's shit I've been saying for years.
Right, like the regular banning, shadow banning.
They're a private company. They can do what they want. No, that's not how it fucking works. When you create a public fucking domain that everybody's invited to be, invited to be a part of for free, you don't get to do that.
Yeah. Unless you want to call yourself fucking left-wing Twitter or whatever the fuck. Like, if you would have started it as a group that was like a left-wing, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
unless it's a membership-only thing and you don't allow everybody on. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So the problem that they're having is they have set up their company and said, this is a public space. Everybody gets to come on here and speak freely and do whatever they want. Nobody's getting charged. You don't have to pass any tests or anything like that. And then they're just destroying all the right-wing channel stuff, and they didn't realize, oh, wait, because we said this is public and open to everybody, and we've been relying on those legal protections from that decision,
right? We
can't just turn around and do something else.
Right. Yeah.
So hopefully they're going to get fucked real bad.
Yeah. Well, fuck you. Yeah. If Ted Cruz is talking about it in fucking Senate, yeah, it's fucking big time now. Yeah.
That's what I'm really hoping for, because this is what I've been hoping for a long time. Because, like I said, I've been thinking it would come back on them for so long now.
Yeah. Very, very much, very long overdue. The shit's been going on for a few fucking years, like you said. Something should have been done a long time ago.
Well, and it's one of the things that really frustrated me, because you hear these half-witted fucktards like Tonkshaw and Andy Worski. Oh, it's a private business. They could do what they want. Why are you bitching?
Yeah.
And it's like people try to make the point like that's not how it works.
Mm.
And then now I get to see, oh, hey, look, I was right. That's not how it fucking works.
Right. Yeah, no, I think you had the analogy of like a real life analogy of like, let's say you fucking build a park and donate it to like the city or whatever.
Exactly.
You can't put in the fucking disclaimers that only these people can fucking come into this fucking public park. It's essentially this thing.
Exactly. It just doesn't work. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You'd have to build your own private park with like walls all around and like issue memberships and based on like different agenda. You can't just invite everybody in, but then only these certain people are allowed to talk.
Yeah.
That's just not how it works. You can't create a public space and then do that.
Mm. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it turns out, but it better, because you would think you're like, oh yeah, it absolutely has to go against Twitter and Facebook and them, but you never fucking know, man.
Well, I think a big portion of what's going on is it's a real big kickback against the EU. The EU is really trying to censor in a big bad way all of the social media so that because like Italy just voted a lot of really fucking conservative people in and just voted out the vast majority of the left-wing government.
Right.
Like that just happened a few months ago. Then that's pretty big fucking news because it probably means Italy's going to be out of the EU fairly soon.
Right.
I would give it a couple of years, but Italy might just leave the EU. I think it's going to start to snowball effect kind of thing going where more and more countries are like, yeah, we're fucking done.
Yeah.
Angela Merkel, heir apparent to fucking Hitler. We're not going to fucking let you destroy our countries anymore.
Yeah, I'm surprised Germany lets her destroy their fucking country, dude.
They're so fucking guilty over like the Jewish thing, and it's like, yo, none of you did that. Yeah,
it's just people happen to be in your country. It was a pretty. As long as the countries existed, it really is a relatively, very, very relatively short period of time when that shit went on. What was it, about maybe 20 years at that? Not even that?
Maybe like 2 or 3 generations at most who are responsible. Pretty much, I think maybe really just 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of those people, the vast majority are dead. So, there's like a few old people that maybe you could say have some responsibility, but most of the fucking adults and children now had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than potentially being like children during the time when, and obviously you're not responsible. You're not allowed to fucking.
Yeah. Well, think about it. How long was
change it?
I'm trying to think. When did Hitler actually come into power? Was it like the early 30s, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like maybe 15 years, if that.
Yeah.
Like say 20, out of the entire existence of the fucking, Germany. So, yeah, to feel the fucking guilt, even if Germany hadn't been around that long, like, you guys didn't do anything, dude. You guys were not involved in that fucking craziness.
Oh man!
Well, it's the same thing as the white guilt works here, Like,
yeah,
I gave that shit up as a fucking like a teenager. I'm like, why do I feel guilty for this shit? Like, I didn't do it. None of my ancestors even did it. And again, even if they did, like, I didn't do it.
Well, I'm not responsible for the actions of a bunch of people I didn't fucking know.
Yeah. Again, even if, like I said, my ancestors did. Like, it's still not me doing anything, It's ridiculous. The idea of inherited guilt is going to fucking ruin civilization, dude.
Well, it is a very Christian thing, though.
Yeah. Well,
sins of the father kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's right. I wanted to another one of those crazy things my dad fucking was saying. Because he's a fucking wellspring of idiocy when it comes to politics. So he was comparing building a wall on the southern border to keep Mexican illegal aliens from getting across the border. And the drugs and all the other shit that comes over. He was comparing that to the Berlin Wall.
Wow.
And I'm like, those aren't even. How do you compare that? The Berlin Wall was between two parts of the same country. Mexico is not a part of the United States.
Yeah, that's
He's
amazing.
like, no, it wasn't. There were two different countries. I'm like, that's not remotely true. Like,
yeah, at the end of World War II, I guess you could say that, when the Russians didn't pull out, well, actually, it was like 4 countries. It was British, French, U.S., and Russia. Then U.S. and Russia are the only 2 that actually stuck around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're technically speaking, but it started out as the same country. That's my point.
Right. Yeah.
Mexico,
the only reason it was split is
never
because
really been the same country.
Yeah, Russia did not want to give it up. Along with Poland and all the other countries they fucking took over.
Oh yeah, no, they were going to try to fucking expand as far as they could, and the U.S. was just like, no.
But yeah, either way, it's not the same. It's not remotely the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it was so fucking dumb. But it was just like, I just remember that, because I was like, we're talking about Germany and Hitler and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that fucking crazy ass thing my dad was saying.
It's got to be weird. Like, is it pretty much your whole family that's like super?
Oh yeah. No, they all are. My sister, I think, has some potential to fucking, because she's starting to see through like the social justice stuff, and she's going like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, I don't understand why they're upset over this. That doesn't make sense. But like, my brother really buys into it. Like the gun control stuff. He's all about like gun control. It's just you want to murder kids, and like, you're a fucking idiot.
Jesus, dude, that fucking rhetoric is so ridiculous, dude. Like, yeah, no, you're totally right, man. That's what it's about. Everybody wants to murder kids, dude. There's millions upon millions of people that just want to murder kids. Yeah. That is their sole fucking, dude. That's such a ridiculous. I don't doubt there's people that want to murder kids in the world, but very few of the people that are NRA members, etc., have any interest in murdering kids, dude. Fucking spectacular, dude.
Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, Dade Pool? Captain Dade Pool in the chat.
Oh shit!
What was it? They did the walkout, right? The fucking school walkout nonsense.
Yeah, that just happened. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Right?
Yeah. Because yesterday was Pi Day, the day of Stephen Hawking's passing on Pi Day, which seems vaguely appropriate.
Right. Yeah.
But I thought that was bizarre that they would just allow all these kids to walk out. I honestly think they should be handing out fucking suspensions.
Yeah. I guarantee a vast majority of them are just like, oh, okay, so we have an excuse not to go to class. Like, and hardly any of them gave a shit.
A lot of the kids that didn't agree with it were basically bullied into having to do it.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
It was definitely interesting, sort of like, because there was a lot of kids, I'm sure, who were just like, I don't agree with this rhetoric that's being passed around. Maybe their parents are smart enough to educate them at home instead of letting the schools do it all for them.
Yeah, let the fucking schools
indoctrinate their fucking kids.
Yeah. It really is fucking scary, man.
Yeah, I was at the tail end of school teaching you how to think.
Yeah.
Where they'd give you stuff and they'd actually genuinely want your opinion. Now it's you look at these classes whenever there's video. And,
I think.
What is it? And it's like they're telling kids what they should think, which I think is a really dangerous proposition.
Oh, absolutely it is, dude. It's ridiculous. Teaching them how to think critically, I get that. But yeah, trying to brainwash them into this fucking ideology, man, it's ridiculous. I mean, even when I was in school, like, it was a lot of rote learning, and it wasn't really a whole lot of teaching you to think critically. But man, at least it wasn't like biased. You know what I mean? Like overly biased. it was a whole lot of just learning by rote, learning by memory, just memorizing shit, and not a whole lot of critical thinking. But again,
you have to start with the memorizing facts. Like you have to start with memorizing, like learning about what happened in history and all this other stuff. And then by the time you get into like high school and stuff, you should have the basics down to the point where then they can start teaching you like how to critically assess it for yourself. Like, what are your opinions based on the facts? Because people are going to have different opinions based on the facts, and that's just normal.
Yeah,
human thing. Like everybody should have their own opinion about that.
Yeah, it's fucking bizarre, man. Yeah, although I don't think I get a lot of that here, where I live. So that's a little
more conservative of an area, though. Yeah, you're not in California.
Yeah. So I guess it kind of depends on where you're at for the most part.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, if you're in like, especially like Southern California, you're really going to get a lot of indoctrination kind of stuff at your the classrooms and stuff. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I can imagine, man.
I mean, that's, I guarantee you, schools didn't just allow walkouts. They probably encouraged it.
Yeah. It's really, again, it's just wacky, dude. It's amazing how many people seem to have lost their fucking minds, dude.
So you remember the Texas church shooter? Since we're talking about shootings, it just reminded me. I just saw this thing today. And I thought it was like kind of sad. So the church shooter, Dylan Roof, his sister was arrested for bringing weapons to school on, I don't know if it was actually today. Oh, no, this is the 15th. So, yeah, it would be like today or yesterday.
Wow.
No one was hurt. She wasn't, I don't think, she wasn't planning like a school shooting or anything like that. She was carrying, what was it? It was a knife, and I want to say it was like pepper spray.
Still, it's a little disturbing to have that family member like, holy shit, are all those kids nuts?
She posted a Snapchat that was like basically pretty fucking nasty and like, I hope some of them get shot or something like that.
Oh, Jesus.
About the school walkout.
Oh, wow.
And then in her backpack, she had a knife and pepper spray and weed. And when I kind of got to wonder, though, considering her brother was like the church shooter, was that just self-protection because people fucking harassed her and blamed her?
Right.
And you never know when like somebody's going to take it to that next level beyond like, oh, your brother's a fucking murderer. What do you like? What's it like being a fucking murderer? All that kind of shit, like that.
Yeah, or maybe somebody who's a fucking, family member of one of the people that died in the church is going to track her down to try to fucking take her out because, you know what I mean?
Even though she had nothing to fucking deal with it,
Yeah, yeah. So that is interesting. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
That could very well be.
Yeah, I wonder what the whole story is because you really don't. I mean, the most I've been able to find on that is just like what she had in the tweet. And the tweet was pretty, or that's the tweet, the Snapchat was pretty fucking inappropriate. But I can see why they went in to go check because they were like, oh, this high school shooting and this other dude was a shooter and this is his sister. Okay, we have to look into this.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what the whole story is there.
I don't love to hear it. She's probably going to get like some probation and fucking serve some community service and shit and be done. I mean, she's 18. As far as I can tell, it's her first real offense.
Right.
And more than anything, like probably the only reason it's an offense is because her brother was just convicted of all that shit. She's probably just acting out. So I give her a little leeway on that. It's not like she was carrying a gun and like plans to fucking take out her school or any crazy shit like that.
Yeah, this is true.
We got Sensoka in the chat. Hey, what's up? And Mad Metal Man. Hey, how you doing, man? Bread sandwiches, indeed, sir. Bread sandwiches for everyone. That's a thing from Riffs and Ropes. Bread sandwiches.
Nice. Yeah.
Delicious and nutritious. Tastes just like bread. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
Let's see. I'm looking at other stuff. There were some weird things I found in the news that I like to make fun of.
Nice.
What's it? Oh, there was a bill to did we talk about the bill to outlaw child marriage in Kentucky?
No, dude.
Oh, okay, so
no.
All right, so make sure that's selected. We will screen share this shit because it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
Go conservatives in Kentucky, fucking dummies. So there was a vote to outlaw child marriage in Kentucky, and it was delayed after opposition from a conservative group, some sort of family foundation. And essentially it was prohibited anyone under the age of 17 from marrying and only allow 17-year-olds to marry with a judge's approval, which is, I think, better than a parent's permission, because parents might grant permission and then, you know, if you don't marry this guy or you don't marry this lady, you're fucking out of the house on your own. Good luck. You can't get a job. You're not 18.
Right.
But if a judge is involved, the kid can go to the judge and be like, look, my parents are trying to force me to marry this person.
Yeah, somebody that's much more likely to be impartial about the whole fucking thing. Yeah.
And under current law in Kentucky, 16 and 17-year-olds can marry, but with their parents' permission. And a girl of any age under 16 can marry as long as they are pregnant and marrying the expectant father.
All right.
Likewise, a boy of any age can marry a woman that he impregnates under current law. So essentially, the bill was to prevent, you know, crazy shit like 14-year-olds getting married because one of them fucking got knocked up.
Wow.
Because that's not a sane fucking response in my mind. Like, I do approve the whole, like, we really should encourage, like, you know, whole family thing. But I mean, come on, there's a fucking limit. I think, you know, under 18 really should be that limit.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking nuts, man. Jesus.
I mean, can you imagine you're in high school, you're young and dumb, full of cum, you know what the fuck you're doing, you knock some chick up and she's gonna have a kid, and already that's, you know, scary enough. And then both your fucking parents on both sides of it, like her parents and your parents, are like, guess you guys are getting married. And you're like, I don't even know if I fucking love this chick. I just wanted to get my dick wet because I'm a fucking hormonal kid, you know?
Yeah. Like, it never really gets all that easy to fucking, you know, be responsible as far as fucking. But yeah, at that age, it's fucking impossible, dude. Like, there's no way at that age, if you don't have a condom, you're gonna not fuck because you don't have a condom. You know, I could do it at my age, barely, but fucking, you know what I mean? As a fucking teenager, that's not, it's not gonna happen, dude. You're not gonna be like, oh no, we better not. I don't have a fucking condom.
Well, and then as teenagers, not a lot of people have much money, so it's not like going out and getting a condom is really that.
Yeah, all that easy to do.
Easily done, you know.
Right.
Like, I know if at that age, if I'd told my parents, like, man, I need a condom, they'd probably have fucking run out and got me one. But
yeah, no, same thing. My mom told me that she would buy us condoms. You know, if we needed them.
And so, like that, but that's not the normal, and I'm sure not in a lot of the Midwestern states.
Yeah, parents probably have a different reaction.
Yeah, and I kind of understand a little bit of the, well, we don't want to take away the parents' rights kind of stuff, but at the same time, I don't really want parents to have the right to, you know, marry off their children like that. That seems really appropriate.
Yeah, that's not exactly the same as choosing which fucking preschool your kid goes to, is it? It's a pretty fucking life-altering or life-affecting decision.
Yeah.
You know, marrying off your kid at fucking 14 or whatever.
What was the celebrity? There was a fucking... there was some celebrity that married like a 14-year-old fucking girl. And she looked much older than 14. Like, she clearly was an early bloomer, like big old knockers and fucking fully developed and all that.
Like Mila Kunis on fucking That 70s Show.
I don't know. I never really paid much attention. Was she like 18 or 14 was she super young when she started?
She was 14 when she started on that show.
Oh, wow. More so.
Basically, I found that out.
Like the redheaded chick. Like tall and built out all the way, like really, really large breasts and big white hips.
Yeah, but still, yeah, she definitely looked. She definitely passed for 18 pretty easily. But yeah, she was apparently they asked her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'll be 18," and she left it at that, so she could say, "Well, I didn't say when." Apparently, that's how it went down.
Oh yeah.
She's like, "I didn't say when I'd be 18. I just said, oh yeah, I'll be 18."
Oh.
And that fucking worked. I'm kind of iffy on that. Like, did they really just fucking? That's the claim, though. Officially, that's
or did she fucking blow the producer or the director or somebody to fucking get the part? And that happens a lot in Hollywood.
Right.
And now people are all complaining about it. Like, they used it to get their fucking roles. Now they're all mad. Like, now that I've made my money, fuck you. Yes, it's okay. Yeah, the problem with a lot of the underage marriage things is it creates a way to do arranged marriage, essentially. Like, kids are so easily controlled by parents at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine.
And yeah, like I said, marrying a kid off is, that's, I can't think of much that's going to be more life altering or life affecting than that. Like, again, it's not the same as other decisions that parents should have the right to for their kids,
Well, and that's the kind of shit that was going on like Mormon compounds and still happens like all over places like Utah with that kind of religious shit going on.
Yeah, it's like Warren Jeffs
trying to arrange and force children into marriage to older, essentially fucking predators, really.
Yeah. That shit's crazy. Have you seen any of those shows that they have about that? Like where they're trying to get people get women out of the fucking place. Like they have to sneak them out of the whole town because essentially the whole town is set up to fucking essentially keep them under lock and key, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I've seen shit like that. I've seen shit where they have to do that for men.
Wow,
just to get crazy. Them safely out of there because there's some groups that are violent that'll fucking that are no better than just your standard sort of fucking what do you call the loonies, I think it was, or the Moonies, the ones who would send out fucking if you tried to leave the cult, they'd send people after you with guns. I think it was the Moonies.
Yeah,
some of those Mormon enclaves are to that level. Like they got one dude who's basically the cult leader, and
what's his name? Warren Jeffs, I think his name is. He was the leader guy. One of them,
like that. Yeah, I mean that whole thing was fucking crazy. I could only dream of aspiring to that level of being able to create a cult. I would be so proud of myself.
Right. That is fucking amazing. Good job, buddy. Your delusions are strong.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I don't have any delusions, so that's part of what makes it harder to do.
Yeah,
I think you really got to believe a lot of that stuff in order to convince others.
Yeah, it does make it tough, dude.
Well, I think you have a lot more tolerance for really dumb people.
Yeah, definitely impressionable people.
I don't hate dumb people. I just don't want to hang around them all day.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like if I had my own cult, I'd pretty much be hanging around with stupid people all day.
Yeah. It's tough to dupe the. Not impossible to dupe the intelligent, but it's definitely a tougher road.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a tougher road.
Yeah, because it's not like smart people can't be insecure and fucking impressionable. But it's not as likely.
Well, I mean, Robin Williams fucking hung himself. You know what I mean? That dude was pretty fucking smart, and the depression and all the other shit was still enough to fucking do away,
Yeah. Indeed, man. It's kind of a curse, dude.
Oh,
stupid people are generally fucking happy. It's fucking infuriating.
Oh, dude, there was this guy I worked with at Costco, speaking of stupid people being happy, who could barely drive and got a job changing tires. He's just this really good-looking, fucking incredibly stupid boy. And at the time I was 19 and he was I want to say he was 18, and I still thought of him as a child because he was just that dumb.
Right.
And I tried to teach him how to drive a stick shift, so that because I think at the time there was me and one other guy, Oh, hey, Noob Killer, you're not a whole lot, man. We just been kind of like nattering on and shit.
Oh yeah, I gotta pull up the chat. What the fuck am I doing?
But it was just me and one other guy that could drive stick shifts out of like I think 8 people that worked there, and so they were like, "Oh, please teach somebody else how to drive a stick so that the manager doesn't have to go out and fucking get the car every time it's a fucking stick shift." Because it was like, if I was there, they could just hand it to me, no worries. I'll bring in whatever stick shift car to put new tires on.
Right.
But whenever I wasn't there, like the fucking boss had to do it himself, and he's got fucking they got paperwork and order forms and all sorts of fucking shit they got to fill out every day, and
right.
So
a pain in the ass for them to have to go out and fucking do that bullshit.
Yeah, every hour or so there'd be another stick shift. They got to fucking drop whatever they're doing, and
honestly, I think everyone should learn. Like that's the way my parents taught me. It was on a stick shift, because if you learn how to fucking drive with a manual transmission, you're going to be able to fucking you're set. You know what I mean?
I sort of agree, and I sort of don't agree. I kind of think you should learn how to drive at least the very basics of it on an automatic. And then once you're comfortable enough to just drive around on that, you should learn a stick.
Yeah, and to be clear, when I say that, they would take us out into the fucking desert roads and shit and let us drive. This was not.
Yeah, I would say different. If you've got areas like where you can take people to just learn how to drive a stick, and that start from there, that's fine. If you've got places like that where it's just out and there's nobody on the roads and they're not going to hurt themselves or anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I kind of think it. Well, no, I was thinking it should be a requirement, like almost like you'd have to take your driving test on a stick, but that would be tough.
There's really not a lot of stick shifts out there anymore, though. I mean, it's mostly just high performance stuff that most people aren't going to drive anyway.
Right. Yeah, I had them for quite a while. Like my old Infiniti. I had my first Infiniti was a G20, and that one had a stick shift. But yeah, since then, not so much. Plus, we had a Jeep. We had a Jeep that was standard too. That's one of the ones I learned on.
In high school, I had a Vista Cruiser station wagon. If that makes sense. I don't know if anybody knows what that looks like. I probably should look that up and get a picture of it.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
It was the cheapest, shittiest fucking thing you could find. My parents were just like, it was something that they could drive. Here we go. Let's see. Vista station wagon. Oh no, this is a much nicer one.
Well, it's not going to work as an example. Like, no,
this is straight out of like the 70s. Like, that's not the kind of car I had. It's these are much nicer cars than the one I had. Oh, here's the one I had. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this brings back so many fucking memories of like driving people places in high school. All right, here we go. That was the car.
Okay.
My first car, and it was a 5-speed.
Did you nickname it the Pussy Wagon?
No, I didn't nickname it the Pussy Wagon. I didn't want to call it anything. I didn't want to fucking drive it. And then from there, I ended up in like a fucking 64 pickup truck. What was it? A Chevy Custom 100, like 1964 Custom 100, with a utility bed that used to be like a phone truck or some shit. And like a utility bed and a rack. And I didn't want it, but my parents were like, well, it's $800. We're getting you your first car. Then you can like haul stuff to the dump whenever we want. And I'm like, that's fucking sounds awful.
Yeah. Although I like pickups, man. Well, around here they're nice, but yeah.
That thing was a hunk of garbage.
Yeah, none of them. Not even the best pickups do not handle well.
They didn't even have a gas cap.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Did you have to put the sock in it? Because I've known people that have actually had a sock sticking in their fucking gas
I think we had
cap,
like a trash bag or part of a trash bag, like rubber banded around it until I bought like a replacement fucking gas cap, because you can buy them at the parts store for like $10.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's better than a sock. because a sock can fucking easily, that shit can go bad real fucking easy. I'm like, all right, buddy, I'm not gonna hang out with you until you fucking replace that sock with something.
Yeah, something that's not going to turn your car into a Molotov cocktail when somebody else drives down the ride and drives down the road and flicks a cigarette out their fucking window.
Yeah, something that can't, on one hand, absorb the fucking gas from inside, and also, pretty fucking flammable.
Yeah,
when it's not soaked in gas, pretty flammable.
No, the whole plan was not the best. And you figure out that the gas cap is not on there because you're young and dumb. You haven't really driven around a lot and you didn't think about it.
Right.
When your friend is driving the vehicle and he looks out the rearview mirror and he goes, every time I take a left, I think gas is flying out of your fucking car.
God damn, dude.
Fucking lo and behold, you look out there, and then every time he turns left, there goes a fucking spray of gas across the fucking road.
God
and everybody
damn,
on the
dude.
road is just avoiding your vehicle because that's insane.
Like you have the fucking spy hunter car, dude, or something. Here's the smoke screen. Here's a fucking gas fucking attack. That's fucking amazing.
It wasn't that bad. Once the replacement gas cap was on, and it was a 3 on the tree too, so it was a stick shift, but it was the first, second, and third in reverse gear up on the fucking on the what do you call that?
The gearbox.
Well, like an automatic where you got like it's not in the center console on the ground, but it's on the fucking collar of the steering wheel.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I gotcha.
3 on the tree is a manual transmission, but it's on the collar of the steering wheel.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Sensoka, it's a safety feature, prevents the buildup of highly flammable liquids. Yeah, it fucking gives you really bad gas mileage, man.
Oh, damn, dude. No more left turns in this fucking thing. You're either making 3 rights or not making the turn. Okay. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude. You should have really, ironically named that first car the fucking Pussy Magnet, though.
That would have been a good name. That would have been a good name.
Put it in quotes, like literally fucking put that on there somewhere. In quotes, Pussy Magnet. That would have been fucking hilarious, dude.
So here's 3 on the tree. You got neutral in the middle, and then down. First is down and towards you. Second is up and away. Third is down and away, and reverse is up and towards you.
Dude, that's weird. But I've never seen that, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Well, and it was so shitty that reverse and second gear were almost impossible to get separated. So the number of times you'd be driving down the road and it'd start, you go to put it in second gear and it'd be like, and you're like, oh shit. Like you'd pull it back down and you're like frantically trying to get it further back to get into second gear.
Damn. Sensoka calling back to my 3 right turn thing says, Sensoka says, going left ain't right.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Oh man, no, that was good times. Good times. Is it not at all good times? It was terrible. But
yeah,
you're in high school, you get to drive to school instead of fucking ride a bus. So that was definitely a win, at least.
Yeah. You want to recap the Karen Strawn recap since nobody was here to hear it the first time?
If you want to, go for it. I mean,
I'm kidding, dude.
Okay, I was gonna say because
yeah.
Sounds
although,
really
if any of you haven't seen it, Karen Strawn put out kind of a video on the whole Medicare internet blood sports thing that was pretty accurate. A great deal of it was really accurate. She pulled up some old clips of Medicare that essentially were for him from years ago, describing, like, talking shit about pretty much exactly the kind of behavior Medicare is engaging in nowadays. It's pretty fucking, it's a really well done video. I suggest you check it out. That's Karen Strawn, STRAUGHAN, I think. I don't know. It's a weird spelling, but yeah, she did a good job. All right, that's
I'm going to put a link in the chat. So I'm going to drop a link for people if they want to bookmark it and watch it later or something.
But yeah, she really did her research, and it was kind of shit that I'd been talking about and had kind of suspected for a while that Medicare has changed significantly recently, and yeah, she actually went through and found the fucking evidence of that. Like, yeah, he's literally engaging in shit he used to talk mad shit about.
One of the things that was weird to me, okay, one of the things that we didn't discuss earlier that stuck out as a strange comment to me, I know it's hard to explain, was his thing about Benjamin Franklin, setting his own morals and not trying to force his morals on other people.
Right.
But at the same time, don't we kind of have to have like a baseline moral standard? Like, isn't that the whole point of having like the cops and things like that? Like, thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not steal.
Yeah, there's definitely has to be some kind of baseline. Yeah. And I don't think that's what he was talking about back then, what Medicare was talking about back then. But yeah, you're definitely right. I think he was talking more and more the high moral shit. That's like, it's not really illegal, like something that wouldn't really be illegal to do, but it's morally fucked up to do. Because again, I'm pretty sure that came back when he was still a decent fucking, was still doing a good job before he became so bitter and fucking angry. And
well, it was definitely when he was an internet aristocrat.
All right. Oh yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
But it just seemed like a strange thing to me because I'm just like, you should have your own set of morals, but realistically, there's going to be
you definitely have standards. You definitely have to have a baseline there. But yeah, no, like I said, guys, any of you check it out. It's a pretty long video, but man, because I think it's like about 27, 28 minutes. But again, she makes some great fucking points. She has a lot of really good clips that she found of him, of Sargon talking shit. Sargon's shit was pretty accurate about Medicare too. Yeah, she did a really good job. Yeah. Plus, like, she actually showed the comment that Random McCam had made, and yeah, he's not defending a pedo. He's trying to make you draw a distinction between the autism and the pedo shit. Like, it's pretty obvious. And fucking Jim, Medicare keeps coming back with, why is he defending this pedo? Why is he defending this pedo? Like, it's incredibly disingenuous. For somebody who's trying to pretend that he's so nihilistic and doesn't care about anything, he's really taken the fucking Random McCam thing personally, and has been for a long fucking time now. Yeah. See, dude, he used to be good. He used to be fucking amazing. Like, Medicare used to be really fucking good. But again, whatever has happened to him, he's turned into a bitter and fucking angry dude, and he wants the fucking world to burn. Like, that's not a fucking joke. Like, anybody who's trying to make that, and she touches on that too. Anybody who seems to be trying to make the world a better place, he's fucking shitting on them. Like, not just not participating, but actively going against anybody that's actually trying to do something. Whether it's, just again, let's stop talking about it, I guess. But yeah, she did a great job. Which is not surprising. She's about as rational as they come, dude.
Yep. And then I want to, it's where, don't need to tread the same thing twice in one show too much. This I thought was kind of funny. Super She Island women only luxury resort opening in Finland. I think Sargon's already made fun of it, but I've been sitting on this one for a while. This is fucking hilarious. It's gonna have room for like 10 ladies in 4 cabins. They're gonna do like wellness activities and opportunities for bonding. And I think I can speak for pretty much the majority of men in saying, cool, I really don't ever want to be there.
Right.
That doesn't sound at all fun to me.
Even with 10 women, they're still going to manage to break up into little cliques and fucking have some hitting the other people.
Oh, there's gonna be like a little group of 2 that fucking hates everybody, and then there's gonna be like another little couple of groups of like 4 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah, who hate each other, but then they hate the other people more. So they'll talk shit about the other people in their groups back a little bit, but they really hate these other bitches more. Yeah.
Well, they do trust falling and bonding exercises and paint each other with fucking tampons.
I'm not catching you if you fall back. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, but then they all will.
Yeah.
Complain about it later, of course.
Right. I didn't want to catch that bitch. I shouldn't let her fall. Yeah, they should film that. God damn, that would be fucking amazing to watch, dude.
It would definitely be entertaining. Well, and I guess
PMS Island.
PMS
Island. Fucking mad metal. Right on.
Oh, Sensoka brings up a good point. Trans women, like what allow them.
That's true. Do they have to have their cock fashioned into a vag to qualify, or if they're just taking hormones, is that enough?
Or if they just decided one day that they were a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I woke up.
I was folding laundry and decided I was a lady and not a guy anymore.
Yeah, you're in.
You're in. Excellent. And then he'll start like banging all the chicks.
Right.
Because after a while, they'll be like, oh, I really want some dick.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm on this island with nothing but pussy, and there's a dick over there, and nobody's on it right now.
Right. There's a dick I wouldn't glance twice at out in the real world, but it's the only one available.
But damn it, it's there, and I need it. And then like 5 days later, no, he raped me.
Of course.
That shit is always going to go.
They'll be carrying mattresses around for years at a time.
Yeah, really. I also like that. That's good, but I also like Sensoka. What if their gender fluid changes halfway through the day that they get voted off the island?
Right. The tribal council will vote you off.
I just assume all women are essentially lesbians, right? At some point.
Yeah, it might be wishful thinking, but I'm with you, dude.
No, I'm just hoping for angry, like twatter.
Yeah.
So,
or at least bisexual. I guess I hope they're all bisexual in my case.
I just wanted to make people angry. But it does remind me there is an island between Canada and I believe Sweden that is claimed by both countries and has never really been resolved. I think it's been resolved now. It's Sweden's island. But for the longest time, it wasn't resolved. And so in a sort of good-natured way, they would go back and forth and knock the other country's flag down, put up their own flag with like a little message about why they were better and a bottle of liquor.
That's funny.
Right? And then like 6 months later, the other side would come out, knock the flag down, put their flag up with a message about why they were better. And it was always silly shit.
Right.
The Canadians would leave like whiskey, and the Swedes would leave like schnapps, and it just kept going back and forth.
Yeah, that's funny. Instead of going into open war over it.
Well, yeah, and essentially the island is completely worthless. Like it's good as like a military base, but like there's no other fundamental use for it. Like
there's no resources.
Maybe some rich dude might want to live there and fucking, have all his supplies flown in or boated in or whatever. But nobody else is gonna fucking afford it.
Right.
And I think Sweden has it now, and it's like an outpost or something, like a scientific research outpost or some shit.
No, gotcha. Interesting. Yeah.
Well, and then hey, every couple of months you get to go out and fucking have a few drinks with your buddies on a boat. While you take the fucking schnapps and you knock over the Swedish flag, or take the whiskey and knock over the fucking Canadian flag.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time, dude. Sounds like they handled it in a pretty cool way.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a fascinating little fucking thing, I thought. Let's see.
Not like the Falkland Islands.
Oh, because okay, so you know that there was a big fucking cleanup of homeless people in Southern California the last couple of weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, the sanctuary city horse shit basically created little fucking Hoovervilles all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right.
Same with like the housing issues. Like, there's a lot of people that are homeless. And don't get me wrong, man. I feel bad for the folks because a lot of them are homeless because they got fucked over by bad loans or they're that other stuff. But the majority are people that just don't want to like take their meds or want to do drugs all the time.
Right.
And so there's too many criminals to be essentially letting a bunch of homeless people live in your fucking like local parks and on the fucking under bridges and on sidewalks and shit.
Yeah, so like a gang essentially.
Well, it looked like there was parts of San Diego and Los Angeles that looked like the poorest areas in Mexico. Or in like Somalia.
Wow. God damn. Yeah, that's fucking nuts, dude.
So they collected altogether the public work crews. The figures were 404 tons of debris in total.
Jesus, dude.
13,950 needles. 5,279 pounds of human waste.
God damn.
Between and this is all between January 22nd and March 3rd, so a few weeks ago.
I really wish they wouldn't use tons when they describe things. I know it pares it down to a manageable number, but because what did you say? It was like 405 tons?
404 tons.
Yeah, like that would be what, 808,000. Wait, am I doing the math right on that?
1 ton is 2,000 pounds, so
yeah. So almost over 800,000. To me, that sounds like a lot more. Like I think everything should be set in pounds. Yeah, I know this doesn't really have anything to do with anything, but
800,000 pounds of stuff collected.
Describing things as tons seems to pare it down. Like I think 808,000 pounds sounds like more than 404 tons to me. Just a quick thought. I'll shut up.
Oh, because it'd be like 2.5 tons of human waste or 5,279 pounds of human waste.
Right.
And this was just one encampment along the Santa Ana River Trail.
Yeah, Jesus.
And it's like I think they found thousands of fucking, I don't know if it's in this article, but they found like thousands of stolen bikes, or no, not thousands, hundreds of stolen bikes. All sorts of criminals were arrested.
Yeah,
700 people living in the encampments when the dismantling began in late February.
Wow. It's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, and they're going to have to come back in and take the top 2 to 3 inches of soil and trim back the trees and refurbish and fix all the trails and seal the cracks and stuff like that.
Right.
It doesn't go into this, but I've watched in videos. They actually found fucking a bunker in one of them.
Oh, yeah. That's fucking crazy.
So some random hobo just built like a fucking bunker by like digging a big ass hole in the ground, I guess.
Yeah. Crazy, dude.
Like on the one side, it's like, well, I'm fucking impressed, but on the other side, it's like that's so fucking dangerous.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably. I'm gonna guess. Hazard a guess that building was not up to code.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna assume that it's definitely not up to code. I don't know if you can build a bunker in California. That might actually just be illegal.
Right.
Oh, there's William Stenchover in the chat trying to start a fight. He came back to fight. Stabby told me you're a pussy. Jesus, just ignore the chat. Yeah, we were screen sharing, man. I can't look at both.
We've been interacting, dude. So, Stenchover gets upset if you go 30 seconds without. Yeah. He rage quits. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad you're here, man. But yeah, sometimes we don't. Our attention is not. We just have shitty attention spans, dude. But we always come back to the place to be.
Stenchover's a fairly decent troll.
He's fucking awesome, dude. He's one of the best.
And then Jinx is
world class. I'm gonna go one further. Stenchover, you are a world class troll, dude.
Yeah, he's fairly good. Damn it, what was I thinking? Yeah, my brain just went fucking blank for a second there. It's not uncommon for me. It's just unfortunate timing.
Did you see the last one of his? Kumagay is the place to be.
Oh yeah. I like that one. That was good.
Oh man.
Oh, we're probably like opposite that or something, aren't we? No, I think that's probably over by now or something. When is it? I don't know what time that goes at.
Yeah, I think it starts like 9 in the morning. Well, yeah, actually, I think it's like 9 my time. So like 6 or 7 in the morning, where on like the East Coast.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because our time is the same again because fucking daylight savings time switched again.
Yeah, you guys need to knock that off because it's a pain in the ass for me every 6 months trying to figure out. Oh shit, are we the same as Pacific this time of year? Are we the same as Mountain this time of year? It is unnecessary. Knock it off.
Well, we're not fucking farmers. I'm done changing time. We're not farming. Well, there's a lot of farms in California still, but
yeah,
we're not,
either way.
Not everything revolves around farms.
Yeah.
Although that was the only people that got fucking water rationed the water they were allowed during the last drought, which was fucking bizarre to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no. So the last drought that we went through with California, like it's still probably technically going to be a drought this year as well. But we got enough rain the last year. That last summer wasn't like it was a drought, but it wasn't. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like a less severe.
Before. Yeah, the summer before was like a real like it's been a drought for long enough that it's starting to get serious. And the only people they rationed water to were farmers.
Yeah, well, I guess they do use quite a bit of water, but yeah, that does seem kind of silly, like for the irrigation and shit. But still, yeah, that does seem like seems like just everybody should be rationed.
Yeah, you would think everybody would get a certain amount of rationing, and it wouldn't just all hit one group of people. It's like fucking. I think it's because rich people didn't want to stop watering their fucking lawns.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Or having to keep their fucking Olympic-sized swimming pools, at the right level because all of it's evaporating off or whatever. Yeah, you can't have their lawns be a little yellow. That is unacceptable. Let the crops fucking die. Let the crops wither and die. That's fine.
Okay, I'm just filling in Jinx in the chat. Sorry, I was a little distracted. Because I didn't want to retread everything we talked about twice now.
Oh, man.
We'll do it a third time. Let's not go back.
Let's just go on a loop. Let's do it fucking cognitive thought style. We'll just put ourselves on a loop and just fucking repeat
over and over again.
Yeah. Talk for 3 minutes and then repeat that 3 minutes over and over and over again.
Oh, God. Oh, here was an update I saw on the Telford thing going on in the UK that was fucking insane. So, literally, apparently there was a memo that went around the police station saying that the sex for the child abuse ring in Telford, like all these underage kids that were exploited, was like it was all consensual. So that made it okay, apparently.
Wow. Holy shit, dude. That is fucking amazing. Wait, when was this memo? Did this come out recently, or is this something that happened?
I don't know when the memo went around, but this is like it's all coming out now. Like all the basically all the shit that they tried to hide is not being hidden anymore. Because that's sooner or later that kind of stuff always ends. Like it's never gonna last forever.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're lucky, like fucking that Saville guy, you'll die before it happens. But these people need to fucking burn. I think that's fucking tragic that Saville got to die without being exposed for the fucking degenerate he was.
Yeah, well, the officers investigating the child's sexual exploitation in the town were sent an internal memo telling them, in most cases, the sex is consensual. It's in quotations, so I assume that's directly words from the memo.
Right. So it was when it was going on, like before it all blew up.
Some of the victims were as young as 11 years old, so I'm not sure how they get consensual about that. That's
it's
consensual.
Obviously
it's a fucking 11-year-old.
Yeah, it's obviously fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah, just because a child is not being physically forced to carry out sexual acts doesn't mean that they consented. Absolutely. But yeah, I had to share that because it was just one of those things. As many as 200 men may have been involved, running this ring of potentially 1,000 kids. Good Lord.
Look, he's Asian.
They're all Asian. They're all referred to as Asians, even though they're all fucking Islam. Are all Muslims.
Yeah.
All Middle Eastern Muslims.
Yeah.
That blows my fucking mind.
I love how they'll label them as again Asian or sometimes African. Again, I think we'd mentioned it last time. Like if they're from like Somalia or Ethiopia or wherever, they won't mention anything about them being the coincidence that they're Muslim. Just the fact that they're from African descent or Asian descent. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Amazing. Oh, there we go. I had to add Jinx as a moderator because, like, I don't want anybody to, like, post too much and then suddenly get, like, the fucking little block thing.
All right. Yeah.
So frustrating.
Plus, in case Stench ever wasn't just trolling him, I don't want Stench ever starting to block him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Or deleting his comments.
Oh, no. So far, we've had that. That's been good. Having almost no people watch our show it works out really well for us.
Yeah, it makes things totally manageable. That's why we got to keep things small. But hey, you know what? I will say this: the people that watch are quality people, man.
Yeah, don't kiss ass or anything.
No, I mean it, dude. That's genuine. You know. I'm not fucking. Trust me, I would just not say anything if I thought they were all fucking assholes. Dare you? What are you accusing me of? Now we got beef. You and me, Stabby. Now we got beef.
We got beef. Yeah, we're gonna have to. When do we start yelling? I'm not sure how it works.
Just spend the next half hour fucking yelling over each other, dude.
Yeah. Instead of just interrupting each other all the time.
Right.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh man. Ho! Sorry.
We can get Geek Thulu on and tag team him or something or whatever they call it. I don't know.
Yeah, Dog Piley.
Oh man, what was it? Damn it! Fucking. Oh, last night I got gassed out of the fucking room I sleep in. So if I'm a little fucking weird and slow, it's because I didn't get very much sleep. Like I tried to nap a little bit, but for some fucking reason, so. The way our office at work works is there's one big giant room, and that's like the office where like the desk and the computers and all that stuff where like the boss has her desk and we have our desk. It's about the size of a living room.
Right.
And then there's like a little sort of kitchenette sized room that's off the side that's just big enough. Like there's just enough floor space that I can roll out a twin sized futon on the ground to sleep on. And it's all closed in, like it's closed off. It has its own special locking door. We keep all the medications in there. But there's like 3 windows and they fucking mop this thing with Pine Sol, apparently undiluted by the smell of it.
God damn.
And every once in a while they'll mop it like an hour before I come to work, close all the windows and shut the fucking door.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I know it was kidding you.
It's so bad. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, I got you. It's just like it's so frustrating because then like last night I'm trying to go to sleep and suddenly I'm like my head is fucking like I'm getting the spins.
Oh wow, so that much. Jesus Christ.
And I don't think fucking Pine Sol has anything terribly toxic in it compared to like. It's not like straight ammonia or bleach or something.
Yeah, but I think you're supposed to put like a capful per gallon or something. Like it's pretty strong shit.
Well, I'm also sleeping on the floor, so if whatever the fucking fumes are, I guess maybe they settle on the bottom of the floor. I don't know. But I had to like fucking. It's super cold. I had to fucking open up the windows and shit. Fucking open up the door and like get everything flowing there for like a half hour away. I went and sat out at the goddamn desk.
Damn, that sucks, dude.
I'm in the chat. You see in the chat?
Yeah, dude. We must have looked at it at the same time.
A lot of me just being like, I don't care.
Yeah, Fucking geek, dude. He does seem to fucking value our opinion, though. Holy shit.
I don't know, man.
Fucking guy.
That dude is weird.
Geek is definitely one of the attack lapdogs of the Potato Head Mafia.
The Potato Head Mafia. I still like that. It's such a silly name.
Right. Seems appropriate.
It's my favorite. Man.
Yeah, I was kind of curious what you meant by being gassed out. I'm like, all right, where's Stabby going with this?
Yeah, no, they fucking they filled the room with fumes. This stupid lady was there, and literally just fucking sealed the room. Like,
yeah, like it seems like exactly the opposite of what you should be doing. You should be airing that shit out.
Yeah, the other guy, like I don't think he's capable of not fulfilling all the tasks, even though I've asked, like, please don't fucking mop that close to the time. If you have to just not do it, don't do it.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna have to talk to the boss. Like, I'm actually gonna have to call up the boss and be like, look, can you fucking add in on the fucking instruction manual, don't mop after 8 p.m. Oh.
Yeah, like, Jesus, if it's that fucking strong, like, you're actually kind of endangering yourself, dude. Like, I know it's only pine salt, but if it's as strong as you're saying, like, it's giving you the fucking head spins.
Well, and they're saying in the chat that the gas was from my ass.
Yeah. Well, no, that's why I was asking, like, when you first, that's why I made that comment of when you said gassing. I was like, all right, where are you going with this?
No, actually, I did have to fucking, I did fucking have to run to the bathroom and take a shit hella bad. I don't know if that was the fumes or just, you know, not eating healthy food or something.
Dude, I just
like KFC or something last night.
All right, I just realized that my son's actually has a half day today. He's going to be here any minute. All right, we don't have to end it early or anything, but well, not right now. I mean, but we may not be able to go as long as normal, so I don't want to shut him out too long.
So we might have to end it in like 20 minutes or something. You're saying?
No, like a half hour, like maybe a half hour after he gets home. I forgot the parent-teacher conferences are going on.
Oh, there you go.
Today and tomorrow they have a half day. Yeah, but it's fine. Like, so sometimes he doesn't even get home till later because the buses are all wacky on these fucking half days.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's always fun when, like, I don't know, like, for both parents and kids, I always imagine that's got to be interesting because it's like, all right, what is my kid really getting up to? And the kids are always like, man, did I piss off the teacher? Like, what are they going to tell my parents?
Yeah. No, I'm kind of curious to see because he seems to backtrack a lot. Like, he's plenty intelligent enough that he should be getting straight A's, and he doesn't. Like, he gets shitty grades. So it's really it's like watching my childhood like on replay.
Think it's like homework stuff? Because for me, it was always homework shit.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of it. You know, like I restrict his video game time to like almost essentially the weekends. But it's still, I don't know, man. You know, I don't let him watch TV until like a couple hours after he gets home. You know, so he'll do his fucking homework out of sheer boredom, if nothing else.
You hope?
So, yeah. So the last one, he seemed to be doing better, but it's just really frustrating because, again, it's exactly what happened with me as a kid. You know, starting in junior high, I just completely fucked off everything. I never did my homework. Like, I would get the, the Iowa test results, and I'd be in like the top 1 or 2% of everybody in my grade. And then I would come home and I would completely flunk, language arts and reading, you know.
Oh, yeah. No. I just never did homework in school, man.
Yeah, that was my thing. Homework or any projects, like, I just never did them. Or if I did, I would essentially start them the night before they were due and turn in some half-ass bullshit, you know. Yeah. You got 6 weeks to do it? All right, I'm going to fuck off for 5 weeks and 6 days and slap some bullshit together.
Yeah, in grade school, I got like straight A's essentially. I don't think they used letter grades though. It was like excellent, good, very good, like weird shit like that. But I got as high as you could get, like a 4.0 or whatever.
Right.
And then in junior high and high school, my grades dove because there was all this bullshit homework that really didn't matter to me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, same with me. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I think I may have told the story here before, but basically in one class I had, I think it was either world history or world geography, something like that. Essentially, like before we were taking the final, like the whole semester, I just literally never did any homework. I don't think I turned in a single homework assignment. But basically, he was like, all right, so the final, you have an F right now. You essentially are not going to be able to pass. But then I actually aced it. I only missed like 2 questions out of like 100. So I learned everything.
Yeah.
I never did the homework, but I did manage to get up to a D because I fucking...
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I passed in high school, I passed because I knew enough to pass the test. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Almost.
But again, on paper, it doesn't come across like that.
But then when I went to like in junior high and was doing junior high classes, I got A's in everything I did. At that point, I was old enough to be like, nah, even though the homework is stupid, I'm paying for this. If I'm not doing the homework and getting like the best grade I can, it's a waste of my fucking money.
Right.
And that was the motivation there. It was like, I paid money to go here.
Yeah, honestly, I found it easier than either junior high or high school. We're talking community college, though, but, because I dropped out when I was like 16 and started going to, the local community college. But yeah, it was actually less of a hassle than junior high or high school.
Well, my local community college was like part of their advertising was that they had been, oh, come on, brain, fucking start. Okay. They had been deemed academically more challenging than Harvard.
God,
some testing and stuff. They were like, we actually have, you will learn more here than you would learn if you went to Harvard.
That's pretty spectacular.
I think probably it's similar for a lot of junior colleges because it's not all sold based on sports teams and fucking, you can't sell based on the name. You actually have to sell based on the quality.
Right.
And so I would imagine, community colleges, generally speaking, are probably more academic than most of the major schools. I'm sure like MIT is, above any junior high, that kind of thing. But
right.
I don't know. I've toured Stanford a couple times, and my grandpa's funeral was at Stanford. So I got to see a lot of the students there, and they didn't really look all that bright. If I'm being fair.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
There are a lot of fucking what are those fuckers with they try to sell you flowers and shit, and they got like the one fucking tuft of hair, but the rest of their head is bald.
The Hare Krishna?
Yeah, there was a lot of them fuckers there when I went, but that was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
They might not be as many Krishnas, might be more soy boys now.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious, dude.
Well, the really fun part was my grandma still lived around Stanford because that's why my grandfather, they lived in like Palo Alto because my grandfather would go down and like guest teach and stuff like that. And they would just have him come in and like talk to classes every once in a while. But no, see you later, Jinx, man. Thanks for the sub.
Yeah. Totally cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, my son just came home a little bit ago, so yeah. Maybe another 25 minutes.
Okay. If you want to go till like 3 o'clock and we'll call it there.
Yeah, that'll work, man. I think so.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. We should have moved it around, but yeah, well. Although it might be a good idea to have us cut off at some point because we tend to ramble towards the end. We're like, okay, we probably went a little long.
I try to cut us off at 3 hours. I don't know if you've noticed that, but like at 3 hours is generally what I try to cut us off at. So this will be a little less than 2, but that's still, I think we're like that's going to happen sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll make it on Sunday or not.
There you go. What was it? My grandma, whenever she would drive around Stanford, this is when her mental state was deteriorating. So it was like she was trying to kill students.
Damn, dude.
In her little Prius. Like people are like diving out of the way occasionally, and you're kind of like, oh God, this is awful. But at the same time, you're like, I don't really like these people. So like half of you is like, I don't know if I'd feel that bad if she hit them. But the other half, he was like, well, they're still human.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to talk to the police, and I don't like cops.
Right. So, yeah. Probably should just avoid the whole thing.
Yeah.
As interesting as it might be to see one of these fuckers get hit.
Oh, it's like they wanted to get hit too. To be, they were running out. They just ride their bike right out into the street and shit. And it's not like UC Davis's campus where like the fucking they're super old streets, so they're super narrow, and they just made the lanes narrower with these giant bike lanes, so that a car barely fits in them. And you're supposed to just like yield to like these hundreds of people on bikes. And they're fucking suicidal.
Yeah. Or they're hoping for a fucking lawsuit or something. Like, man, if I get hit on this bike and I survive, I'm going to be rolling in dope.
Oh, the vast majority of them are Asian. They just might not have any peripheral vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
Took a minute. There you go.
Yeah.
That was a terrible joke. I'm not sorry.
Racism in there. Nice. Not a racist joke every once in a while.
Oh, man. Oh, at least I won't get the lecture afterwards. He's not here to tell me why it's wrong.
Yeah.
I love that dude, but sometimes it's like, dude, I know it's wrong. It's not going to change anything.
I did it. Yeah, you should have been here. You should have heard how many times I've said nigger before you got here.
Well, that's one of the funny things in VR chat, which I'm guessing you still haven't installed and run yet.
No, I've installed it. I've just never actually run it, despite the despite the reminders and the you reminding me having alarms set to remind me. I cannot seem to do it. But yeah, man.
That's one of the things that happens in VR chat a lot, or at least it used to. I haven't seen it as much anymore, but it used to be like, because there were so many people streaming it, they're almost in every room, and sooner or later there'd be some kid that had run through the room yelling "nigger, nigger, 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 nigger" as loud as he could, and you'd see so many people go, "Oh God, I gotta mute him!" Like freak out because they were all like recording or streaming or some shit.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, it was glorious. And then, like, some dude, like, I guess he expected me to be funny, like, all the time, because he met me because sometimes I'm super high energy, and I'm really, like, funny, and I do, like, I get into the jokes and stuff. Sometimes I'm just fucking bored and tired, and I just want to, like, fucking just, go talk to somebody, find somebody weird, and just fucking listen to him talk about weird shit.
Right.
Like, that's the fun of it. There's so many different ways you can enjoy VR chat.
And depending on your mood.
Yeah, and you can just go and find a room that has like people that are like just hanging out and chatting, and then go chat with people. Or you can find one where there's a bunch of people, running and yelling and making crazy jokes, and do that. It's all fun.
Sounds perfect for a bipolar fuck like me, dude.
The RP stuff can get a little weird sometimes because some people get really into like role playing, but like it's still entertaining.
Yeah, either way, even if it's creepy, that can be entertaining.
Oh, it's still fun. It's just like you kind of like, man, I hope these kids are not getting too far into this, because it sounds like people might be getting like really angry over shit that isn't like real.
Well, that's pretty.
Or they're
crazy.
Just really good at acting and very good at it, but those can be entertaining too.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I got to do it, man. I keep saying that, and it keeps not happening. But yeah, I need to fucking do it.
Engelhardt hasn't tried it either. So one of these times, I'm gonna have to insist that he try it from his house. You try it instead of like fucking streaming one night.
Yeah, like almost like literally. Yeah, I almost have to set a time. It may come to that, dude. It really might. Like, we're literally going to have to set a time. Like, okay, we're doing it this time.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. We might just say, like, we're going to try to stream it.
Yeah.
So the 25th.
Yeah, because I genuinely want to do it. But my memory is so fucking bullshit.
Well, I think once you guys get a taste of it, It'll be fun. Plus, I found 2 different karaoke rooms that are really good.
Nice.
So we can start off with like the ultimate embarrassment of like making each other sing stupid songs, and then go to more populated rooms.
Yeah, I don't know. I may refuse to do that because I do not like to fucking hear myself singing, or even just sing for anyone else.
Well, we don't have to necessarily do solos. I'm thinking just all 3 of us yelling the fucking lyrics to some terrible song.
Right.
Might be fairly entertaining.
Yeah, give it a shot. See what happens.
I'm not some fucking. I was gonna come up with a bird that sounded really pretty, but I couldn't think of the name of a bird.
Peacock?
Songlark? No, peacocks sound awful, man. Those birds.
Yeah, it sounds like a cat. It sounds like a fucking cat in distress, dude.
Yeah, weird. Oh man, my friend had a fucking what is it? Peacock farm. There was a peacock farm, maybe like a quarter mile. Like it was just like a couple houses down from his. There's like a field, and then the guy had a peacock farm. And you'd have to sit there and listen to those goddamn peacocks whenever you were outside in his house. It was awful.
Yeah, no, and it's weird. I'm in Arizona in the fucking desert, and there's always at least 2 fucking neighbors within fucking ear distance, within hearing distance, that have fucking peacocks here. It's fucking bizarre, dude.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah, and it's like it sounds like a cat that's like suffering, dude.
Yeah, I think the feathers are valuable. I don't know if you can pick the feathers and they grow more or what, but where you just you breed them and then you kill them and eat the peacock meat and sell the feathers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it must be. That makes sense, then, I guess.
But the way they sound, I think eating it, even if it was like the worst tasting meat in the world, would still be really satisfying.
Right? Like, nah, you will never make that goddamn fucking god awful noise again.
Exactly. Like, and I don't ever have to hear you again with every mouthful.
Yeah. My son literally, like, that sound is so weird for anybody that hasn't heard it. Like, literally, my son was like, "That's not a peacock. That's not a bird." Like, he literally didn't believe me when I told him that's what it was.
Oh,
like, that's how weird that sound is that comes out of those fucking peacocks, dude.
Oh yeah, no. The first time you hear it, yeah, it definitely sounds really off. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. It's like, a strange sound.
Yeah, you're literally like, what is dying, dude? Something is in pain and agony making that noise.
Something is in pain and agony, and it's my fucking eardrums.
Right. Oh man.
So let's see.
Seems like they can de voice box them or something, dude. Like, all right, if you need the feathers, they don't need to make that sound to grow the fucking feathers, right?
Man, I can tell you definitely live near some peacocks.
Yeah, no, literally right across the fucking street, dude.
Oh, you just gotta sneak over in the middle of the night when they're all asleep. Get the peacock while it's still asleep and jam a bottle brush down its throat.
Yeah, very well. Yeah, I don't want to mess with those people because I'm about 90% sure that it's a fucking safe house for the fucking coyotes.
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to grin and bear it with the fucking peacock noises.
Or just, an anonymous tip to fucking ICE.
Yeah, this is true.
At least in Arizona, they'll be allowed to fucking deal with it. It's not like in California where the fucking, governor himself or the mayor of the fucking town is going to call him up and be like, ICE is going to raid, run.
Right. Yeah, this is definitely not a sanctuary city I live in.
Christ. That shit happens. The fucking mayor or the governor finds out they're going to fucking get an ICE raid in their town, and they fucking will go out and make sure that everybody knows.
Yeah, they'll put the word out that you need to make yourself
if
scarce.
That was anybody but the governor or the mayor, they'd be arrested and put in jail.
Yeah.
So why are they not arresting and prosecuting these people? Like, it's a fucking crime. It's a felony.
Yeah, it kind of needs to get to that point, dude. You know,
I'm kind of getting real sick of the Banana Republic bullshit, where it's like there's one set of laws for us, but there's a whole different set for politicians that they don't have to follow. You know, like what is going on here? Because it started with like Hillary and destroying all the evidence, like whether she was guilty or not aside. You know, she willfully destroyed, you know, dozens of laptops, like dozens of phones, hundreds of documents, ran fucking BleachBit and destroyed however many, like thousands of emails, all that were subpoenaed. And she should have legally been.
Yeah, that's so blatant, dude. Real quick, though, before that, you got to read some Soka's chat thing, dude. It's pretty fucking brilliant. I'm going back to the peacock thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it says the name is derived from the sound they make, like someone shoved a pee down your cock.
that sounds about.
Yeah. I would wail like that too. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I was done with the Hillary thing. That was it. I didn't want to retread old ground too much. I just was like, it's frustrating that like.
Well, it sounds like it might happen, dude. Like they might actually get indicted, man. They're looking into it, I believe, right? Last I heard.
Sessions, like on the governors and stuff, maybe, and the mayors of these sanctuary cities. That'd be kind of nice.
That too, but even like the Hillary and the whole fucking Fusion GPS craziness, like there's a lot of shit that's coming out where it's almost going to be obligatory to, like Hillary did so much wrong shit that they're almost going to have to indict her.
Well, I think what they're doing right now is basically countering Mueller.
All right.
Because Mueller is basically building trying to build a case with zero evidence to try to essentially form a bloodless coup to remove Trump. That's essentially what the whole thing is.
Oh, with the whole Russia bullshit, you mean?
Russia bullshit. There's no actual evidence of any kind. It's all just like an attempt to perform a bloodless coup where they just remove the rightfully elected president so that they get somebody else in there. And it would be Pence. Like I mean that's who steps in after Trump. It doesn't go to like the Speaker of the House, but I think the Speaker of the House is also a Republican anyway. But
right. Yeah, because it's majority Republican. Yeah.
But it seems like the Republicans are basically putting all this stuff in the way because what you don't want to set the precedent that people decide, because Trump was definitely a populist president.
Right.
Like it was definitely he won by the support of the people that voted for him in a big bad way, and that support has been building a lot over time. It's not been diminishing.
Yeah, more people are noticing, like, hey, a lot of stuff's actually going really well. That's crazy.
Exactly. And I think what they're trying to avoid is they don't want to set a precedent where whenever the political class doesn't like who the people have chosen, they can just replace it.
Yeah.
That's a real dangerous precedent to set. And I honestly think like that and the whole, like, you know, these people that seem to have this delusion that they're going to disarm the public. Like that's civil war territory, right?
Yeah, it just can't happen here, dude. Yeah. It's just not going to happen here, dude. Not without a lot of people. It's
not going to happen, but
millions of people will die. Tens of millions, at least tens of millions.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, in Montana alone, I don't think the military is going to like get past the state fucking line if they're trying to take the guns away. They're gonna be like, how do they have better guns than we do? Where did they get 50 missile launchers? You know, like, shit like that going on. Like
it's Montana. There's nothing else to do.
Is that a homemade nuclear bomb? You know, like, just fucking. That's how I picture Montana.
You might not be wrong.
You might be wrong. There might be a homemade nuke in Montana somewhere. I took apart all of my glow-in-the-dark radio clocks that my dad bought me, and I made this really cool bomb. Want to see?
Yeah, go ahead and come on in here, ATF. See what happens, fuckers.
Yeah, we'll lose the bottom half of Montana, but it's cool.
That bottom half's just taking up space anyway.
Yeah, we weren't using it.
Considering they only have like 100,000 people in the whole fucking state. Well, no, it's more than that now, I think. But yeah, there's a pretty sparsely populated state.
Yeah, well, but the interesting thing is the further north you go, the more camaraderie you get. Because people, the harsh environment sort of forces people to like get along more. Because like in California, you might get broken down on the side of the road, and you'd be lucky if somebody's going to stop for within an hour or two and offer assistance. In those places, like you might only see one guy in an hour or two along the road, and he will definitely stop because he knows that it might be him next time. And what if you decide you don't want to stop? Especially like in the winter and shit, like people will stop if your car is broken down.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. It's like
I remember
the environment is so harsh.
Yeah, no, I've had broken down on the freeway, like between here and Phoenix, and literally like twice this happened where the only people that stopped were people from out of state.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird, dude.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I the one time I have to say, I was driving a little fucking 94 Toyota Tercel up this giant fucking hill, and it was like a little 4-speed. And it barely made it to the top of the hill, and it was starting to overheat pretty fucking bad because the transmission was so old that I had to pull it over and just let it sit for like an hour.
All right, right.
One of the people in one of the cars behind actually pulled over and was like, "Do you need any help?" But I'm like, "Nah, dude, I appreciate it. It just needs to cool off for a while. I'll be fine." And it took me a few minutes to get them to go. But most of the time, if you're stuck on the side of the road, people just drive by. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And they were old people. They were like in their 80s. I think that's why I actually had anybody stop in the first place. Because everybody else is just like, fuck you, and drove by. They're like, because they finally got to go more than the 15 miles an hour I was at by the top of the hill.
Yeah, plus they're like, no, that's a trick. Yeah, he's going to fucking murder me.
Dude, we had fucking a short little murder spree where like somebody was killing people in tents out on the fucking coast.
Oh, wow.
Killing people that were camping out in their tents. I think they got like 2 tents worth of people, and
Jesus.
that was it. But I mean, this was really a short spree. Obviously, more than you want, but like, apparently had something against people in tents. I don't know.
Yeah, ideally, the number of people killed in tents would be 0 if you were choosing.
Exactly, yeah. But they got a couple of different couples camping out. And so, of course, at that time, I was still wandering around the beach in the middle of the night, like, alone.
Jesus, dude.
Oh, there's a bomber in Austin. Oh, shit. It's not cool, man. Oh, a mail bomber. Oh, another fucking Unabomber shit. That's not cool.
Another Ted Kaczynski, huh? That sucks, man.
That's not good.
Yeah.
And that brings us to 3 o'clock, sir.
Yeah. Before we go, though, Mad Metal, find a safe Democrat to open all your packages for you. Yeah, kind of a slow burn on that one too, huh?
I like that. Oh, definitely make sure you do that, dude.
Yeah, and there's plenty of hippie Democrats in Austin that can open your packages for you.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, but yeah, okay. Sorry about that delay. I guess we need to sign off.
He's got just the one.
Yeah. Bye bye.
All right. Peace out, guys.